paperwork that declaration of interest were on there, it's mentioned, and also the public speaking and videoing. So firstly, on the videoing, I've already written to the clerk, and I'm quite sad actually that this council is producing a document that suggests that members of the public are segregated to different sections of the hall. One section for those who do want to be videoed and one section for those who don't. But as I've written to the clerk, I will reiterate what I've said many times at these meetings, that town council resolutions and guidelines or suggestions do not override government legislation. And looking at the attachment that's with the paperwork, there's a sentence which says, while those attending meetings are deemed to have consented to the filming, recording or broadcasting of meetings, those exercising the rights to film, record and broadcast must respect the rights of other people attending under the Data Protection Act. And whilst nobody who wishes to video would ever want to contravene somebody's Data Protection Act, there is nothing within the 1998 rules which say that they need to gain the permission of those in a public meeting. And the crucial words here are public meeting. And so as I've said to the clerk, and I've copied it to the chair of the town council, irrespective of what recommendations are made, I will continue to exercise my right to record public meetings in the folk hall, and that is public council meetings. I will do it in the respectful manner that I have always done. And if a speaker wishes to address the council publicly on a matter that affects Portishead, especially on contentious issues like Portbury Wharf Nature Reserve, Portbury Management Limited, the skate park, I will video those addresses if I feel the content justifies it. And regrettably, the reason for doing so is there have been far too many public addresses in the past, including some from current councillors, either as a councillor or a non-councillor, which have sadly not been factual and which have misled the public present. And for that reason, the videos provide protection. And I think the protection it provides the public far outweighs any protection it might give to those who don't want to be filmed while speaking. Those people who don't wish to be videoed have alternative methods of making their opinion known to this council. And those, are well known. We've mentioned them before at meetings. So I'm afraid if they do wish to come to a public meeting, irrespective of whether you say to them that they don't want to be videoed, they can sit in a different corner of the room, I can still video them. And unless I'm provided with actual excerpts from a Data Protection Act that tells me I can't, and I've looked into it and I can't find any, and the police can't find any either, then I will continue to video. I also think it's quite sad that there seems to be disruption within this council, that you seem to want to prevent that openness and transparency. I can understand some people not wishing to be videoed if they feel a bit nervous, but there are those alternative methods. They can contact you in writing, they can speak privately to you, but we haven't got any other method of protecting us and showing evidence that how we've behaved. And having seen a district councillor stand up at council meetings really slandering members of the public, I'm not prepared to put myself through that, and I will protect myself at all costs. And also, I don't need the permission of Portishead Town Council to put videos on the internet. I never edit videos, unlike our council minutes, which are edited frequently, sometimes out of context. That's what I want to say on videos. Declaration.
You have 1 minute left.
That's fine. Declaration of interest. All I will say on declaration of interest is I have looked at the pecuniary interest again. I have spoken to various people, and I've been directed to the openness and transparency on personal interest, a guide for councillors. So this isn't the guide that I think Jo refers to, which is her local council guide. This is a government document, September 2013. And in this document, I haven't printed out the whole thing, I'm sure that Jo can look it up and search it. There are various links to other documents and legislation on pecuniary interest. And as far as I can see, if a member of this council declares a pecuniary interest in their declared interest, the actual declaration of interest, they must declare that in a meeting. And if they don't, it is a crime. Now, there was some discussion about someone's house. All right, just to round up, there was some discussion about someone's house and the road it laid in. If that road is improved and improves the value of that person's house, then that is an entrance that should be declared.